Claude recently released their subagent feature and it'll solve one of the biggest challenges you'll run into when trying to use AI for construction. In this video, I'm going to outline what this problem is and how subagents help you solve it. A lot of construction work is just reading and reformatting information. Now, not all of it, but a lot of it falls into that category. One of the cleanest examples of this is the procurement process. We have the head contract requirements, the drawings and specifications, the project we have signed up to deliver. The drawings tell us what we're building, the contract and specifications tell us what requirements we have to follow. When we actually do our procurement, we're really going to break down all of those requirements, the contracts we have signed up to deliver, and then we're going to reformat and pass them through to our subcontractors in our standard templates. For example, for the electrical works, we have to install 23 light fittings and we need to have a defect liability of 2 years, and we have to provide shop drawings and specifications for approval from the architect. All those requirements sit in our head contracts and the supporting documents somewhere. What we're doing through the procurement process is we're really working out what these are and transforming these into sets of scope of works and packages. I refer to this category of tasks as data reformatting. Now, there's obviously a lot more to procurement than that, but that is basically the core process. So when we look at how well AI can perform a task like that, there's obviously the underlying intelligence of the model that matters, but a lot of what actually matters is giving it all the relevant context in a format that it can read and use practically. So we've got all our project documents plus relevant templates and examples. So say I'm procuring a concrete scope of works and I have a set of drawings and I want Claude to actually go and extract all the requirements around the concrete works from the drawings. I could theoretically upload these to a chat. The problem is that this set of drawings is an 11 megabyte set of drawings. I don't even know if it's going to be able to upload. We can use the strategy of uploading documents into a chat for a few drawings, but it's not going to work when we have massive sets of documents. So whenever this finishes uploading, I don't think this will upload successfully, but the strategy most people think overcomes this is to use a tool like Cowork. So what Cowork does, and there's other harnesses that do this, Gemini have anti-gravity, ChatGPT have Codex, and here we go. It failed to upload, even though it was only a 10 megabyte file set. Is what they do is they allow you to open the tool within their folder. So all the information in your folder, you can read and write via Cowork. So if I go across and change to Claude Cowork, and then I open this in a new folder that contains a set of drawings. So now because I've set up Cowork to work within the folder with that set of files on it, I can query it, say, explain the structural drawings, and it can read within those files and we won't deal with that file size upload. The problem that this doesn't solve though, and the problem where I think most people have a misconception around how AI works, is that if we have, so for example, if I look in this set of drawings, that is an 11 megabyte set of files. So what actually happens is every time you want to query that set of construction drawings, Cowork has to read that entire 11 megabyte set of files. So what you're actually going to do is overwhelm what is referred to as the context window. The context window is every time you make a request to AI, it is going to read, it is going to ingest a series of information, which is referred to as context, and then it is going to use that information to prepare a response. And what effectively happens is as you increase the amount of information that you send to AI, you drastically decrease the quality and accuracy of the response. There's also a second phenomenon referred to as lost in the middle, which is basically when you have more context, AI can more reliably read the stuff at the start and the finish, but it misses the stuff in the middle. So long story short, using tools like Cowork and Claude Code, while they solve the file size upload limit, the challenge you actually have is that every time you want to read one of these big documents, you're ingesting a ton of tokens. So you're going to spend more, you're going to go through your usage much faster, and you're actually going to get worse results. So previously I've done quite a few videos on a strategy you can use to overcome this, which is indexing your documents and turning them into markdown files. So there's different ways you can look at construction drawings and turn them into a structured database, which is easier for AI to read. And you can do the same thing with documents. And we actually compiled that into a skill or a workflow you can just download and install. And I'll put a link to where you can access that in Contractor OS, which is basically our AI community where we help construction contractors implement AI. So as I've already spoken about that a ton, I'm going to talk about a different strategy, but it's complementary, using a new feature released in Claude code referred to as subagents. So using subagents, we can say things like, using subagents, please provide a deep review of the construction drawings and provide a detailed summary. So what is going to happen now is basically what a subagent is it is a separate instance of Claude. So basically Claude is creating a new instance with a fresh context window to do one specific defined task. So for this example, it's going to go and retrieve information, and it isn't going to, I'll just quickly mark these. It isn't actually going to pollute the main context window. So if you imagine what has gone into the main context window, excluding the previous messages, it's just that prompt, and then Claude basically spins up these separate Claude instances that all have a completely fresh context window with this very precise instruction to go to the construction drawings and find this information. Then all it's going to do is return to the main context window the information it has received. So in the main context window, there'll only be basically the prompt and a markdown summary of the drawings it returns. So then this main context window where we might be performing a more complex long-running task, none of the additional workings or information or the actual drawings it's retrieved the information from, it is returned. And you can see that it is running two separate agents to do this. So it can also perform, well, now it's added a third one, but it can also perform tasks in parallel. So you can actually get faster results from Claude. Now, the other way this will actually save you money is you can see in my main chat, I'm actually using Opus 4.8, but your sub agents, you could delegate to a cheaper model like Haiku or Sonnet. So for example, if I'm just retrieving information from documents, for example, searching a contract for a clause, I don't need to give that 20-page contract into Claude Opus 4.8 where I get charged like 6 or 7 times as much for tokens. I could use Haiku to do that. Searching and retrieving is fine to use a cheaper model for. So I'm not sure why there's no / command to do this in Cowork or Code. You just have to basically, in your prompt, you just have to explicitly say, do this task using subagents. Now, the other thing you can actually do is, previously I was talking about skills, but you can actually you can have sub-agents within a plugin. So you can pre-build a series of plugins. For example, you could have a sub-agent for searching your project documents that you install within a plugin. And then your skill, which might be your workflow, might be preparing your contract departures, but within there you have a sub-agent that searches the contract. So the way to actually save and share sub-agents is you need to actually put them within a plugin. So a plugin, you can have skills, connectors, and sub-agents. To actually store and share these, you would need to add these to your plugin. Again, I've done another video explaining Claude plugins in more detail. Now, one thing I just want to clarify, because I think I was confused by this originally, but the difference between a sub-agent and a skill. So a skill is a workflow, but that entire workflow will run within your main chat. So for example, this is my Claude skill that turns construction drawings into a structured IFC style database, so it's easier for AI to query. But this skill, if I run this, if I actually go back to Cowork to run this skill, what happens is if I run Drawing Analyzer, this will run in my main context window. So pulling all the drawings, running this all in, this will quickly consume basically the entire context window of the chat. So all those files it reads, all the workings it's done, they will consume that 1 million context window I have. And again, the other thing, I probably should have explained this earlier on, is that while a model might have a 1 million context window, you will find and again, because of this context right issue, you'll find the quality of responses you get drastically increases even as early as 15% of the way through that context window. So it's actually an incredibly important strategy to actually use things like sub-agents, so you're not always pulling all of this information to your context window. So where you should use skills is where you have some sort of workflow where you actually want the workings and the entire process to sit within one sort of workflow. You just don't want the answer return. So for example, I have an estimating workflow where I have an orchestrator skill that runs so I just call it, so I have an estimating workflow, which works in 4 steps where it extracts the requirements from the bid documents, builds a pricing schedule, then does the line by line pricing, and then does a reconciliation check. This is something that makes more sense to run as a series of skills because the workings, the assumptions, all of it is going to be relevant to the next step. We don't want it to just sort of look at the bid documents and then we get a requirements register. No, the actual workings of how it's come up with that matters for the next task, which is the schedule builder, which matters for the line by line pricing. Because of that, it's fine if those workings all go into the context window because they're all relevant to the next step. Where it would actually make sense and where it would be better structured to have a sub-agent in this is where we want the reconciliation check, which actually checks the output of the estimate to make sure it's got any errors in it. That would actually make sense to have as a sub-agent because we would want an independent agent to judge the quality of the response. So to put this simply, you should use a skill when it's a step inside a workflow you're running and you want the actual workings to form part of the overall context that the model has access to. You should use a sub-agent when the task is self-contained with a clear finish. It only needs a little bit of context to start and you only want it to return the result or not all the workings. And the other case I would say is when you're doing skills or workflows where you're judging the quality of AI output. The other way I often do this, and it's a very similar way to do it, is for example, if I want AI to check an estimate, I've created the estimate in one workflow. I want it to be objective in checking it. I just create a new chat to check the output. There's a ton of reasons this actually makes sense from a technical point of view. And it is why Claude has actually released a feature called Goal, where it actually automatically spins up a separate sub-agent that judges the answer. And what they've found with a lot of the AI research is that if you get AI to perform a task and judge the quality of the output, it is a very bad judge of what it has actually produced. You need one agent or one instance of the model to do the work, but then a separate model with a clear context window to judge the quality of it. So yes, the core message from this is if your task is a self-defined workflow and it's only returning a result, you don't need the workings or all the file it's done. Use a sub-agent and you'll reduce how much context goes into your main chat, increase the accuracy and save your context window. But if you're doing something like a step-by-step workflow where the workings are relevant to the overall context picture it needs to do the task, then just use skills. But again, we're structuring all of these into a library of workflows that you can access at Contractor OS, and we'll build all this stuff for you. You just have to download and install it.